All
All
right,
right.
Michael,
Hi, how you doing, Ben?
I'm good. How are you? Let me just get this
Very well.
recording started.
All loud and clear?
Let's see. All right, recording is started. So we are live. We're all ready. How you
Perfect.
doing today, Michael?
I'm very well this afternoon. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. No complaints. It's morning for me here in the States, but very excited to do this. So very
Yeah.
happy to have you here. Thank you for joining us today.
No. Thank you for having me here. It's actually a good timing for all continent purposes because people from Australia
Yeah,
can be here and people from US and even Europe and UK. So also some parts
definitely.
of Asia. So it's actually a good time.
Definitely. Yeah, that's always a struggle with crypto is finding a good time for everybody because it's a global thing, you know?
Exactly. And listen, it's a good
Yeah.
outreach. I mean, you're already at 98 participants here.
Oh my
And
gosh, yeah.
it's 99. So it's only
We're
growing. So it's
killing
good
it, yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much. The group has exploded in the last couple of days. I think when you made the announcement, we were at like 650 members, something like that. So we're up almost 250 members already. So really
Yeah,
appreciate you, reaching
stable fund
out.
soldiers. That's what we call
Oh
them,
yeah.
stable fund
Oh yeah.
soldiers.
I thought we already had a bunch of stable fund soldiers in here, but we're growing more and more, and I couldn't be happier because those are by far my favorite kind of people here in this space.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I was thinking, just a general outline. I have a testimony. Going to talk about who exactly I am because we have a whole bunch of new members in here. Going to be talking about my experience with StableFund a little bit. After that, if you have any announcements, we can jump it over to you. You can announce exactly whatever you have to announce. Very excited to hear all of that. And then I got a couple questions, and after that, we can just open it up to the floor. Have a bunch of other people get their questions answered by you. That sound good?
Definitely. Sounds like a plan.
Perfect. All right. Well, without any further ado, I can start my testimony now. So, Blockchain Ben, welcome everybody. If you guys are new here, check out my YouTube channel. We post almost every day there. Stable fund updates practically weekly. It feels almost daily at this point. There's just so much news coming out on it. But I got into stable fund. I think it was around the end of April. Got into there right after DeFi Dude. DeFi Dude posted that first video. I was all in on it. I was hooked. So I jumped over here. I talked with Michael, who at that time I knew him as Ray, talked with Hells for a while, and I was just blown away right from the start just about how insane and just the absolute potential that this has. Because as many of you guys know, 99% of the projects in this space, they're just complete Ponzi's, money in, money out, run off of Ponzi-nomics, just run off of new people getting into it. And it kind of sucked. It was, the same thing over and over again. People were getting burnt. People were losing money. There was never a project that everybody could win on until I found StableFund and until I talked with Ray that day. And it was kind of interesting that day because I remember Michael told me, he was like, I asked him what his, goal with this was, what he thinks that this could seriously grow to. And he told me that this could be a $2 billion DApp. And at that time, it was at about 200,000. It was at about 20 members in it. And I was like, this guy's crazy. He's thinking, way out of this league. There's no way that this thing hits it. And looking back and thinking about it now, it almost seems like it's an if or it's a when, as opposed to then it was an if it will hit that value. So been growing like crazy. Super excited to be here. So I jumped in then like 5 or 6K. 20 days later, I got hacked, unfortunately. So I lost all that, lost about 20K in total or something like that. Absolutely sucked. But I was able to save about 3K from some stuff that they take. And with that 3K, I timed the market almost perfectly, got into Matic at about 45 cents, jumped into all of it with StableFund, risked it all into the project that I most believed in. Michael helped me out a ton in that moment as well. He donated to me too. And ever since then, been compounding like crazy. I recently just ROI, took about 10 days just to collect some rewards to ROI. So I'm risk-free over or a little under 40K Matic in there, a little less than 9K BUSD. So not the biggest bag, obviously, but it is by far the most I've ever invested into a project. And this is the most confident I've ever been in a project. So very excited to be here today. Very excited to have you here, Michael. And that's pretty much my story.
Perfect. Yes. I clearly remember all of that. I remember the hacking of your wallet and people
Yeah.
trying to take over your YouTube channel and all of that stuff. I do remember, and I do remember, if you remember, DeFi Dude had actually done a video and then taken it down because he was getting quite a heat on that video.
Yeah,
And then you'd done a video, and then I'd requested you to take that video down. I remember all those days as
I
well
remember that. Yeah,
when shit
it
hit
was
the fan.
crazy.
But yeah,
Oh
listen,
yeah.
guys. I mean, it's been a crazy journey, and it's not so easy to build these bot projects. But now what I see is everyone's coming up with bot projects. It's like how minor season was. People are now kind of making it a bot season. But does that kind of give me a threat or anything? No, it doesn't. I just feel bad for investors who will be investing into them. And the reason clearly for
Oh
that is it took us good 3 years to build this bot, test it. Now people come up and say they want to do bot projects and then they want to launch in a week, 10 days, 20 days. Well, that's nothing. I mean, for me, that doesn't sound or attract me at all because I know logically it's not possible to build a bot, have a trader, and all of that just get done in such a short time. I mean, StableFund itself speaks for itself because we have a good amount of devs, good amount of traders, everything behind us. Because when we promise things, we deliver, and we
hmm
don't see that any development company or outsourced work can be as fast as we do. It's just that we are able to turn things around so quickly because we have a robust team behind us, which is a full in-house team just dedicated to this project, right? That's what makes
Yeah.
us different, and that's what you have to understand before. And it's not my place to warn anyone. I'm not going to do any of that because everyone has their individual capacity to invest or not invest and a brain to what they should invest to. I mean, it doesn't really harm me in any way, but all I was thinking was, and this was just an internal discussion with one of my teammates yesterday, and actually he brought it up. He's like, dude, what's happening with these all bots coming up suddenly after StableFund launched? I mean, there was no bot program before StableFund. Obviously, there were programs like Swappernex and all of that, but they were all hidden, right? There was no, uh, there was only a dashboard they would make you look at. You would never look at smart contracts. You would never look at this. But now these are these bots called some Matic miners, some myfunding.network, and all of these other bots coming up where people are shooting up, investing money, and then just losing it. Because I know this myfunding.network, which got launched, I think that's even got drugged now. It's gone. It's nowhere there.
Yeah.
The balance dropped. It's gone. I think they raised about 700 or 800 BNB. So hey, investors, you guys have to be very intelligent. I'm not saying come invest in my program because we don't need anyone to invest in our program. That's the beauty about it. That's why we don't market it. We only do
hmm
regular updates on AMAs and stuff like that, and I like to do it. It's just to educate more investor base and also give our community a fair update on how things are, what things are happening, what news coming, and what's not coming.
Awesome. Love to hear that. And yeah, speaking on that, guys, StableFund cannot be forked. So if you guys are seeing any crap project, Matic Fund, whatever that is, it's not real. So these guys, they spent over 3 years on this. It's not something that you can pick up in a day. It's not something that you can just copy the UI, copy the contract or whatever, because these bots are for real. You can't make a winning bot, test it out, and have it all ready in the matter of a few weeks. It's just not happening. So guys, just save yourself some money. Don't try to quote unquote diversify into other stable fund forks, if you can even call them that, because there's no way to fork a trading bot. Doesn't make any sense. But yeah.
That's right. So let's jump on the questionnaire now, and then
Yeah,
we just take open to the public. Let's do that.
yeah, definitely.
Sure.
So I have a couple questions first, just to start you off. So the first one, some of these are just from different community members that couldn't make it here today. Some of these are my personal questions. So first one is, where do you see stable fund in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and then beyond from there? So what's your TVL goals? And what do you see these bots making in those time spans? Do you see them being more successful? Do you see them being about the same level of success, or do you see them being, maybe slightly slowed down with such high rewards needing to be paid out?
So I will give you a year's projection from now, right? And I won't speak
Yeah,
on the 2 year or 3 year because that's too long of a projection. And for me to
obviously, yes.
just sit down here and give you some numbers, not going to be actually the true numbers, so I won't speak that. But for 1 year from now, I see, firstly, to start with TVL, I see TVL should be somewhere close to 750 million to $1 billion. And
Wow.
on top of that, which returns are going to be same, because we have actually done this method behind with traders and tested out that what if we have $1 billion in TVL, will we still be able to give 1.5% a day? What all commodities are we going to be trading, etc., etc.? And we've done our maths on that basis, and we truly can deliver sustainably 1.5%, even if our TVL hits $1 billion. Now, we had done comparisons to a couple of $1 billion as well, and we were still being able to deliver, because we are not just trading crypto, we're trading some other stuff as well. And that's why we utilize the
Hmm.
third bot, to be honest. And this is what makes us different from any other one. Imagine, I mean, Ben, if I would have launched this contract with not having the withdrawal functionality for the third bot,
Yeah.
I think my TVL would have grown much more than that, right? Because there's some people who are still thinking when they come new, oh, it has a backdoor. No, it doesn't have a backdoor.
Yeah.
It
Exactly.
is a formula which needs to be there to save you your initial investment, right? And then again, I
Hmm.
was having a chat with my team member yesterday. I said, we did the calculation. We have so much money lying in the fiduciary wallet that we know at least 25% of our investors have actually already cashed out what they invested. Now they're just plain on profits, such as yourself and many other people, right? We
Hmm.
still have so much money in fiduciary that if we wanted to put a stop to this, we pay everyone their initials back and all the profits, and still we can close down StableFund. So that's how, of what on a healthy position are we sitting at as of now. And I haven't seen that with any other project, because what happens is, it's a greed is a very big thing. Now, greed doesn't attract me because I have a huge portfolio of crypto, right? It's not in me. I rather have my name, I rather have a recognition, and have celebration with you guys in Dubai when the event starts, that I made. And I feel so proud of myself and the team members which I have to give them credit. When people say, oh, we paid our mortgage, someone says, oh, I this morning I read in chat, oh, I paid my credit card bill completely, someone bought an Audi TT car, right? So all of these
Yeah.
things, I mean, tell me one project, name one project, even projects like Drip, who've done that and people have succeeded doing any of this with those projects. No one has, right? And if a Ponzi was there, Ponzi doesn't last this long, making so many people so rich and still having bags and bags of money in the TVL. It just doesn't work like that. We put money in, we take money out, we put money in, we take money out, and we are consistently doing that. And that's how the contracts are healthy. They're always good. I mean, people were fearing Matic contract. Oh, it's gone down, it's going to go. But in essence, when have you seen Matic has always been close to 3.2 to 3.5 million? It's never gone below that. And it's not going to, because we keep funding the bots whenever they are needed. So people need to understand this, that this project is very different to other projects. Not that I'm saying it because I own the project or anything. Guys, all I'm interested in is I make a percentage on top of 1.5, whatever is left that. So that is our greed. For example, I'm playing in your guys' capital and making profit for myself. For example, I'll just give you a little example. Say tomorrow, Ben wants to start a trading bot program, right? And Ben says, hey guys, I'm going to launch a program and I'm going to promise you, say, 0.75% daily. And now Ben collects all that money from you and just puts it up in stable fund, right? Now Ben can't fail because stable fund's not going to fail. But what did Ben do? He had a great idea. He executed it. He gave the community chance to invest. Community invested it, but he's also backing off with the same money and making more money, which is not wrong. And for me, that's what I am doing. I'm taking your money, putting in into our bots, which is making definitely much more than 1.5 a day. And that's what my interest in this lies. But do I want to keep doing this for a long time? Yes. And you guys motivate me to do that. The reason being is all the good comments which I see coming and all the positivity. I do feel that I'm doing things the right way.
That's awesome. That is fantastic to hear. And that actually answered a couple more of my questions there. My next question was actually going to be that has your risk team ran any of these tests, on the bots with billions in them? But that is very, very nice to hear that you guys have ran that and that you guys can support those payouts. That's very, very bullish to hear about as well. My next question was going to be that at what level of Matic and the contract balance do you guys plan on injecting funds? So I know you just said that you want to keep it at around that 3 million-ish, 3.5-ish million Matic mark. Is that something that if, let's say a bunch of people just start taking randomly one day or whatever, you guys will, if it drops below that 3 million Matic, will you guys, just buy that back up to
Correct.
that 3 Matic marker?
Yes,
Perfect.
definitely. Yeah. That's what we want to do. And we keep doing that, to be honest. We
Yes.
inject maybe 100, 200, 250, 100 again, whenever it's needed. So we keep jacking it up. So yesterday, I think yesterday was one of the days we did about 125 or 30,000 itself. So we do keep a track of everything. So the team is always on top of this stuff.
Awesome. That's fantastic to hear. That's definitely very assuring as well that they constantly have that supply that's coming in there. So we're not going to see, bank run or anything like that, which is fantastic. My next question was going to be is that let's say, if long term, I know that you said after 1 year, you're looking at close to somewhere in that ballpark of $1 billion. Let's say 25% people, compound for a year after that, that's 250 million times 193x pretty much. That's going to be a lot of funds, somewhere in the realm of, I think, about 48 million or something like that, maybe even more. So where do you guys see that, growing to that extent? Do you guys believe that you can generate almost, 10 to 20 to 30 to 50 million a day from this thing? Or will there ever be a critical point where you guys say, okay, the bots are, maybe we get to 50 billion, which is insane, more than the market cap of Matic, obviously. So there would have to be an, BUSD or something like that, where you hit this critical point and, maybe the bots are slowing down slightly just because of the high influx, which obviously I don't think anybody's going to think that, that's going
Correct.
to be an issue
So
or anything like that. But will you guys ever hit that critical point where the TVL is equal to the fiduciary wallet? You guys just decide, oh, let's just pay everybody out. We'll, restart this with a V2 or something like that. Well, is that ever crossed your mind, or is that something that you
so
guys plan
so
on doing ever?
I'll tell you that. So this is a very valid question, firstly, which you've asked. I applaud the question. First, I'll divide this question into a few parts, right? The first one is, say, we actually did BUSD for a reason. That was just to go a bit away from Matic. And the reason being was Matic supply is very limited, right? And then the whole market cap of Matic is not that huge. That was the reason to launch BUSD in first place, which is a much, much, much bigger supply and market cap. Now, alongside with the BUSD, what we get to do is trade a lot more pairs in crypto, apart from crypto as well. So that's very helpful. That's another thing to add is that we kind of are moving towards commodities as well, which is oil, gas, and gold, which is a huge market cap. So, I mean, daily gold volume trading is itself close to trillions of dollars. In terms of the supply of crypto, I don't fear anything going wrong with the 50 billion number as well, because that's still achievable, because itself on a peak, crypto's market cap is much higher than $1 trillion. And the peak is nearing. I don't think September is going to end without crypto being at peak. It's going to start picking up. So, to answer and summarize all your questions, no, I don't fear that. But definitely, if it gets to, say, we've got 3 to 4 billion Matic invested in the contract, then we definitely will have to segregate it. Maybe we have different contracts, so people are comparing to different. We launch some subsidiaries companies around stable fund and call them something else. So basically having tier programs, right? Instead of just one, we'll have many trees under us, like just like sister concern companies. They're launched and then they're just getting fueled up with different currencies.
Sounds fantastic. That's great to hear. And I just ran the numbers on that, guys. He said that if it can sustain $50 billion, I just ran the numbers, that's going to be a little over $700 million that they can pay out daily. And I love it that they're switching towards more of commodities. Gold, $11 trillion market cap. So crazy amounts that they can be producing there.
Another thing I'll add to all of that, Ben, is that listen, no one's going to compound straight for a year.
Correct.
It's not a norm. Doesn't matter how much your capacity is, whatever you want to hold. At once, you really want to see your money out, right? And everyone does
Hmm.
that. So definitely there won't reach a point of peak because we are seeing consumer behavior, right? We have all records of who's compounding, how many times people compound what, and we do analytics on that stuff as well to make sure that we guys don't come into any trouble or problems. So we guys are definitely out there watching our interest and by extension your interest. So the pattern is very different to what people just say, oh, we are always compounding, we are always compounding. Yes, there are some people, but that is not a majority. That is a very steep minority.
Yes, correct. And that's good because if everybody's compounding, this thing would grow exponentially, which is great. But at the same time, I want a slow, steady growth on this one. I know the rest of us do as well. So very nice to hear that the sustainability is there as well. Finally, I got one more question for you. This will be my last one, then we can open it up to the rest of
Sure.
the floor. The final one is just going to be if you have any updates on the Coinbase potential partnership, any updates that you have to share with us about that.
So we just got KYC today approved with Coinbase, and that was taking long because they have a very stringent process for the integration when it comes to the institutions, and we passed that today. So I feel next 2 to 3 weeks we should have the integration done. If it doesn't take any longer than that, I don't anticipate. A few more updates I would like to announce. We have a brand new UI UX coming. It should be towards 15th, between 15th and 20th of this month. You guys are going to have tour guides, so we're making it very easy for people from mainstream to join this as well. You will have an excellent tour guide where it's going to, once you download the app first time, it's going to guide you through how to do this, how to do that. A very amazing, very user friendly UI coming as well for the website and for the app. So definitely a lot of exciting stuff coming in. Trying to speak to a company which is kind of very much assured me that they should be able to give us the card program, but I'm not going to just tell you that right now that it's done because I haven't signed the paperwork and had the API. But we've tested their API, everything works well. So yes, definitely in near future the cards coming in as well. And the other thing which we're trying to launch is an extension in Google Chrome. So like you guys right now download have to go through MetaMask and Wallet. When you go to Wallet Connect, you click on MetaMask and Trust Wallet. You will see StableFund Wallet on there as well. So that's going to be easier for you to participate into other dApps using StableFund.
Fantastic. That's awesome to hear. I love the push towards mainstream there. Definitely going to make crypto a whole lot easier, especially if that Coinbase integration follows through, because getting coins onto a decentralized exchange is it's a bitch. It's not easy to do. So very
Yeah.
excited to hear that. And yeah, that's going to be great for the masses.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So that's all the questions I had. So you guys are free to raise your hands, and we'll start calling on some people to answer some questions. All right.
So I see a few hands up.
Yep. First one I saw. Let's go with Marky. All
Uh,
right. You are good to speak.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Marky.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you?
Good morning.
Doing well.
Thank you so much for hosting the AMA, Ben. Appreciate you for helping our stable fund family. And hey,
Thank you.
Michael.
How you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. I just love guys, and I thank you so much for helping us. Everything you're doing, you work so hard, and you're trying to do your best. And I am so grateful I find you guys, and I have a stable fund family, and I'm your biggest fan. That's what I'm saying.
That
Thank
I
you for
know.
everything.
I'm gonna wear a T-shirt. Marky, my favorite.
All right, I want to buy a T-shirt. Michael, my favorite.
All right, done. So we're gonna wear that on the event then. That's a deal.
There you go. Okay, that's a good deal. Thank you so much for all, and take care. Love you
Perfect.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. We got a whole bunch of hands up. I think the next one that I saw was Lady JJ.
Yeah,
So you
I saw
are
that
good
too.
to speak.
I think you're going to
You're
press
good.
the button, the blue button, which is going to turn
Oh,
into
yes.
green.
Hello. Yes, I've done it. Sorry.
No worries.
All a bit new to StableFund and to all of this, so I'm just finding my feet. So thank you for letting me speak. I'm here in the UK, and I'm so grateful to StableFund so far, and it's exciting. It's very, very exciting, and I there's not much I can say that's different to all the other praise that you receive, but for me, it's particularly poignant what you're doing. My first degree was in economics, and I've always struggled to understand the economy, and not in terms of how it works, but just the selfishness of it. And I really love StableFund because it's this system now where everyone benefits and everyone wins, and that's just so positive. And it's just really great to see. I mean, I'm a single mum. I'm a healthcare professional now, and I've only put in a few £100 because that's all I can afford. But I'm enjoying seeing it grow, and I'm looking forward to I'm compounding each day and doing what I need to do, and I'm seeing that grow. But I just wanted to let you know as well that I'm also during COVID I set up a baby bank in my local community, and I've got about 1,200 local parents in it, and I'm hoping that as time goes on I'll be able to use the money that I can compound, because I'm hoping it'll make me rich, to be able to put back into that, which with the cost of living crisis over here and the escalating fuel bills will be really exciting, and it'll be really positive to be able to give back in a different kind of way.
Sure thing. That's really good to hear all the good stuff which is going on in your mind, and definitely it's very comforting to hear someone from the UK who is doing that stuff. I'm myself from the UK right now. I'm based in London, so I believe by your accent you're based out of up north somewhere.
Wales.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
South Wales.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, keep compounding, keep hitting that button hard, and definitely you'll reach your goal soon.
Hmm.
I hope so.
Couldn't
And
agree more.
it's trust.
No worries. Any
Thank
other
you.
questions? All right. Let's go to next.
All right. Next one that I saw was USMC Jason. So you are good to speak.
Awesome. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey man, I love your thing there. StableFund is the future.
Yes, it is.
I
Okay,
think I
so
should run this. I should run this thing. Sorry to cut you off, but everyone should have this thing. StableFund is the future on their Telegram.
yes, sir. Totally agree. So I have several questions, and all it is based off on the bots. Is
Sure.
there any future to lease these or rent these out or write code for other companies for this, or is
No,
it going to be just for us?
there's no plan. This is only for us because this is what's going to make all of us rich. So why we make others rich? All these companies are rich enough anyways because they're all running Ponzi's.
Right. Yeah, because that's what I noticed. A lot of these a lot of these projects are coming out are doing what you're doing. And it's just like a knockoff. And I just wanted to make sure that these aren't being leased or rented or whatever to other people. Making other people money that aren't invested. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. Far by extension, listen, if people are doing that unknowingly, there's no way for me to find out. But knowingly, I'm not going to lease them, rent them, give my idea, give my trader, give my bots away to anyone. No.
Perfect. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it.
Cheers, mate.
Fantastic. And you said, Michael, in a previous AMA, correct? You said that some hedge funds, some other people have actually contacted you about possibly buying out these bots, buying out the project and stuff like that, and you
Buying
shut
out
that down
StableFund
immediately.
as a company. Yeah, buying out StableFund,
Yes.
but I said that's too early and everything. I don't want to be, even if I sell, I will be a part of operations. So, and I'm never going to sell majority of it. So let me clarify that. If there's a point where I can get good money out for myself, my family, why not? Everyone's going to go for it. I'm not going to bullshit you guys that I'm not, but I will make sure I don't give controlling rights away, and I'm going to make sure that I will be still running the show as the CEO of the company.
Great. That's great to hear. All right. So I am not 100% sure who's next, so we're just going to go down the line a little bit. Let's do Byron Dingle. All right. You're good to speak. Byron, you here?
Yeah, what's going on, Michael? What's going on,
What's
Ben?
up? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm excited. Me and my co-worker here, Ron, we excited. We both joined this back in with May, and it was like I said, we was in a lot of other projects, man, and we was just pretty skeptical. But when I came across this project, it was actually late, like 12 o'clock one night, and I was watching. I can't remember the guy's name, Crypto something, and he was talking about their project. And I was like, StableFund. I was like, we went in a lot of projects that wasn't successful, very skeptical, but there's something about this project that made us want to go ahead and invest in it. So when I jumped on it first before I told anybody else, and I only took a couple of people. And then my coworker, we went in, I showed him it, and he was like, man, this is something we need to invest in, man. This is maybe something that's going to be big. And we took a chance. And it was probably the best chance that I've ever taken in any project. And I'm so grateful because this is very promising. And for anybody who's listening, this is a great opportunity. Get your friends, your family in it that's close to you. And Michael, you're amazing at what you're doing. And this here is something that can save and help a lot of people's lives, man. You're a blessing,
Thank
man.
you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I'm so happy that you and your coworker joined, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy the benefit of joining it.
Yes, sir. And I got a question, and he has one question too. And
Sure.
real quick, I know we got a lot of people on here, and I don't want to take anybody too much time. The one question I had, I know there was something about the debit cards and something. Were you
Mhm.
still trying to pursue the debit cards?
Yes, I'm working on it. As I announced, I don't know if you weren't there at that time. I just announced I'm very close to signing up a deal with one company who is already authorized by Visa. So, in coming few days, you guys are going to hear from us in regards with that. Something positive coming shortly.
Okay, appreciate it. Here's my coworker. He's gonna ask a question.
All right.
Sure.
All right. Hey, thank you, sir, for everything. Okay.
No worries.
All right. I just want to know, are y'all going to start staking S Rocket?
All right. So yes, I asked my team that question. They're working out the matrix behind it. So once that is done, we will announce if it does make sense. So yeah, sometime next week, because my head dev is on a vacation right now. He comes back next week. Once he's back, I'm going to announce that in the group if yes or no, and if yes, what are going to be the payouts like, which currency. Most probably we'll be using Matic, but again, I don't want to step ahead and say something when I haven't got a green signal by my dev.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries.
Appreciate it,
All right.
Michael and Ben. Thanks a lot, man.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you. Michael, any ballpark on APY on that for the S rocket if that does happen?
Uh, Not right now. Don't want to put it. Yeah. So maybe just like say, let's
Fair
hold
enough.
on to next week for that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. The next one that I saw, let's go with Micah Roach. All right. You're good to speak.
Okay. I had a question about S Rocket. Can you
Sure.
guys hear me? Okay. Um as the price continues to grow, I know some people may be hesitant to acquire S Rockets. Is there any plan or thought to maybe do like a split and add more coins at half the rate?
No. No such plans.
Okay. And then I was also interested. I've listened to a lot of AMAs and been keeping up over the last month. And I'm actually very impressed with you as a person and a business person as well. And I was wondering, what kind of background do you have or life experiences that kind of led you to this point that helps
I've
you
done.
run this company?
So firstly, my family comes from business side of things, so definitely I've catched that from my father, who is a successful business guy. And apart from that, I started business very early stage, right? When I was 21, I started working, and not that I've been successful in everything which I do, but I've done a bit of everything, say from property development to uh, oil and gas to some planning for architecture and some healthcare stuff as well, creating to substance abuse and mental health treatment centers. So definitely very well diversified. And when you do such things, and many of that, you always actually do get a gist of everything in life, and your IQ increases, and that's what I believe in. And then most of all of that, I've traveled in 143 countries, which I think opens up so much for you, and it really gives you more sense of living and more sense of acumen to deal with things.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I was just wondering.
Hey, I can't hear you there.
Oh, you get muted, or let's see.
I don't know.
No, he's not muted. I guess he's going to be left wondering.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's move to next.
Well, yeah, I guess we'll just move on. All right. Next one. Let's go to Moon or Doom. You're
Yep.
good to speak.
Hey, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, so actually I'm from India. So I invested in this project like 10 days back. So I'm planning something like I stay in a village where there are like so many poor people. So we are there is no proper clothing also for them. So actually I'm planning to print uh, like 100 to 200 t-shirts with the StableFund logo and just donate to those people in our area so I just like this the money from the money I'm getting from StableFund I'm going to use that money to this. So I just want to just tell this one, and of
That's
course
really good.
thanks a lot for this opportunity.
That's really good cause you're doing it for. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right, let's go to the next
Fantastic.
one.
All right. Next one. I think we have Chuck's Ajuka. You're good to speak.
Shucks, you got to press
Chuck's, you
that
here?
button, blue thing, the blue button on that. Yep.
Hello, sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
A little quiet, but yes.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm going to be quick because I know there's quite a few people that want to talk as well. I'm based in the UK, and my question, well, before I ask my question, I also have to say thank you to Ray for this opportunity we have. I've managed to get all my friends and work colleagues, family, everybody's in the stable fund. We started around, I think it was beginning of May, right after blockchain Ben made it public in the group. And once again, we've gotten out an initial and seeing quite a lot of profit out of it. So really appreciate that. I'm based in the UK, so my question is really based around the FCA, which is the Financial Conduct Authority, whether there will be a time where you might need to be registered with them. Just as a question, really.
So not really right now, because even if I want to, I can't do that. I'll let you know why. Because crypto is not regulated in the UK, right?
Right.
So for that reason, there's no regulation which FCA has actually brought into the picture to have a regulation or set of rules set behind crypto companies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as and when they do, we can definitely get that done. And FCA is quite much better than SEC. So it's not that to get an approval is a hard thing from FCA. It's not, in essence, it's going to just take 60 working days.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Thank you. Thank you for
No
taking
worries.
All right. Let's jump on to the next one. I think we have Mario W.
Awesome, man. Appreciate it. So thanks, first of all, Michael, for you being here and just answering those questions. This is really awesome to hear you speak. And just wanted to ask you a simple question because in the last AMA, as I recall, I think you said that the only thing that really could stop the bot is if there would be a crash like 40 or 50% in a day, right?
That is correct.
what I saw in the video that you had on YouTube is like that there was actually one day you talked about where it crashed 40 or 50%, where you actually made profit even on the day.
25.
So
It was close to 25%. It crashed. It didn't crash 40%. Even if you go see all the charts of last, say, 4 months, when the crash has been around 3 months, I would say 3 to 4 months, the market never crashed more than 25% on a higher side in a day.
got it, awesome. And the next question, to make it short, you can see the free contracts for Matic, for BUSD and BNB, right? And what
Mhm.
I was wondering is like the contract, what is in it? Is it actually what is invested, or is what on the sideline to get into the bot?
The contract shows you the balance which is currently available in the contract. Okay. And then the
Okay.
total amount invested and all those you can see on the dashboard.
Okay. So that is not invested in the bot. What is what is be found in the contract, right?
No. So part of it is invested, part of it is invested and taken out as profit and kept in fiduciary. So it's a mix of that. We just keep all our eggs in different baskets. So for example, say tomorrow, everything connected to internet is very vulnerable, right? So we just want to protect our investor base, and that's why we keep certain things very differently.
Got it. That's quite smart. The last question I have is, those contracts, I'm not too much into tech, right? But is there a way to be like exploitable? Because you see that a lot, it's like a contract is exploited or has like some malfunctions. Is there like a guarantee that these contracts are safe, or is it like
They're
just
pretty
hoping?
safe. We don't try to connect them to the internet and stuff like that. So as a security
Oh,
measure,
smart.
we're doing the best measures which we can. But as you know, internet's a very different space. I mean, sometimes even the biggest banks get hacked, right?
Got
So,
it.
and we do go through attacks almost on every second, third day basis. Even our Telegram channel goes on attack. So definitely, we have a good security team to take care of every such thing. So yes, I would say we are in safe hands.
Interesting. Really appreciate it, Mike. Thanks.
No worries. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Before I, before I go to the next one, I see a bunch of guys talking about merch in the chat. So I'm actually going to get to work on that after this, and we'll see if we can get some stuff out on that. Would love to do some giveaways with that in the channel here as well. So another reason just to stay tuned. All right, and let's see. Next one, let's go to Shaza. So you're allowed to speak now.
Hello, hello everyone. A bit nervous speaking out. Not really a speak out person, but I just wanted to come on and say I'm just so pleased to be part of the StableFund family. I'm pleased, definitely pleased to be part of Blockchain Ben's community. Such a great guy. I've been with him for quite a few months now, and he's grown really well. His channel is such a good place to be. I mean, I've been in some Telegram channels that once I've been in there, I've come out, I just feel so dirty. But Blockchain Ben is just, his channel is just the place to be. Stable Fund as well. That community is awesome, supportive. We've been through so many things together, bot attacks and all of that FUD, but we've always come out stronger, and I know we'll always continue to do so. Michael, I want to say thank you very much for this initiative. It is just fabulous. It's great, and I'm a Trekkie, so I'm going to say live long and prosper. Last but not least, Hells. Don't know if he's listening, but he is another great guy. Such a supportive, positive. In fact, I haven't got the words to say to describe Hells, but I just hope that everyone, Stable Fund family, Blockchain Ben's family. I'm going to mention Cryptophil as well. Cryptophil as well. Shout out to him. His be as well. So live long and prosper, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shaza. Thank you. And to add to that, I'll add this to what she actually said. Ben, your channel, and I would name another channel, which was DeFi Club. I would see, like, I've obviously joined your group, say, around 4 days ago, and I joined that guy's group about, say, a week ago. Like, the kind of people you guys have in your group and everything is very nice. I mean, everyone's trying to help one another. There's all positivity in the groups. There's nothing. I mean, I've been in other YouTubers groups. I don't want to name them, but there's too much drama going on all the time. So definitely, hats off to you guys. That you guys are definitely doing a good job keeping your community together.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. That was really the main driving force as to why I actually started the channel. I just saw so much toxicity in this space and so many people who are just not honest. They would just promote garbage or whatever and just FUD out everything else. So that's why I started this. And, I kind of look at the community as a team. We're not competing against each other. We're not doing anything like that. If I know something, I'm sharing it with them, being, completely open and honest with them. So that was my whole point, is just, transparency, honesty with them. The guys in here have been fantastic, very positive, and
Just keep the
very,
attitude
very
same.
upbringing as well.
Keep the attitude same. Even if your group grows to 10,000 members, the same attitude, it's going to lead you a long way. That's all it is. Because I've seen this a lot. When some YouTubers, their groups start to explode and everything, they start to change their tune.
Oh, no, never. That is not the reason I started the channel. No matter what happens, no matter what size we grow to, I'll always have the same, morals and stuff like that. And we'll always have the same
Correct.
goals here, which is for the team.
Perfect. That sounds great, brother.
Hey, Michael
All
and Ben,
right.
can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
we can.
Okay, sorry, I got a call earlier and it shut off my mic, so I apologize for that. This is Micah.
No worries.
Yes.
Okay, I had one last question. Let's say someone were to invest, I don't know, just say 25,000, and they would compound it every day for a year, and it grows to 1-2 million Matic, whatever, if they were in Matic, and they wanted to try to pull it all out at one time. Would that be possible? A, and B, would it also be like hurtful to any dynamics you guys got going on?
Both answers. So the answer for the first question is definitely yes, it's possible. And second question is, yeah, it's not going to affect the contract or anything, because as soon as that's done, our team is actually watching the contracts every time, and they're on our analysis, and we'll just put the money in from our fiduciary wallet. So definitely, there's no issue with that.
Okay, so whether you want to pull out daily for whatever, or if you want to leave it in there for 6 months, a year, and try to pull it out at once, or a portion of it at a time, there's no problem with that.
There's no problem. You guys are free to do whatever you want to do.
Okay, I appreciate the answer. Have a good day, guys.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you. All right. Next one. Let's see. I think Shane has been up there for a while. So, Shane, you are allowed to speak.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello,
Yes, we
can
can.
you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, g'day. Just loving what you and the team are doing, Michael. It's great. Been around for a while, for about a month. Everything's just working brilliantly. I reckon you're going to start copping a lot of FUD from a lot of other projects, because, I'm sort of just one person that's just stopped sort of concentrating on everything else in NFTs and crypto. Just, and putting all my concentration just on sitting here with StableFund. Just a quick question, because I come from a hospitality background and stuff like that. Just with your Dubai meetup, I'm just wondering whether or not you're considering doing a poll for that. I know with hospitality, a lot of people will say, yeah, we're coming along, and then you only get 40% of people turning up. I'm just wondering whether or not you're going to do a poll or to see how many people are actually going to.
We're not gonna do a poll, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna issue out tickets, and only if certain amount of tickets are sold, then only the event's gonna take place. If not, then we're gonna refund.
Righto, that's how you plan on doing it. Oh, that's good. Yep.
Yep.
And yeah, loving your work, mate. Keep it up. And yeah, it's brilliant. I'm so glad of sort of part of your team and got onto you a couple of months ago. I just wish I'd got here earlier.
Yep. No worries. You're never late.
Yep.
All right, let's jump to the next one. I think we have, let's see, let's go Lionheart. You're good to speak.
All right. So then I have a request that we have to go in like next 5 minutes, because I have a meeting after that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
No worries. We'll start wrapping it up after this.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, we can.
Yes, sir.
Great. Short question, Ray. is there any trading reports available right now?
So our whole thing was that on the event in Dubai, when I'll be there, I'll be sharing a live screen and showing you guys the live trades going on. So we've just kept that for that day, and that people have
Okay.
the comfort, they can see it. So I'm just hosting that event for that, because honestly, people don't want to see who I am, what I am. That doesn't matter. For them, trading matters, and that's what I'm going to forecast in that event in Dubai in about November.
Oh, great. Fantastic. That was my question. Thank you very much, Ray.
No worries. Thank you.
All right. And what do you guys think? We have time for one more?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. I actually see someone in the chat wrote something pretty interesting. You just said before he goes, ask him about pressure from, oh, where'd that go? Ask him about pressure from the government or any concern about that. I feel that's an important question. That's a pretty important question, I would say
Definitely.
as well. So what do you think, Ray? Michael,
No pressure
sorry.
as of now. No one's contacted me, so we're all in green and good. The day someone contacts me, it's going to not be handled by me, directly by the legal team. I have a huge retainer with the lawyers just for that bad day, so you guys should feel comforted with that. It's a decent size law firm in the United Kingdom, so definitely we are in good hands.
That's great to hear. All right. Well, I think that is going to be pretty close to all the time that we have here today. But thank you so much, Michael, for showing up here. I really appreciate it. I know it's really exploded my community so far. Thank you to everybody who's joined. I think we hit like 220 or so participants. So it's been a very, very solid turnout for this AMA. This was actually my first AMA, so pretty fitting that it was with my favorite project of all time. So thank you so much for joining here, Michael, and doing this with me. And I look forward to hopefully doing this again sometime soon in the future.
Sure thing, Ben. Thank you so much for having me. And thank you all the users and participants who joined us and asked us the questions and everything. Definitely, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Ben, his community, or StableFund community. We are there as well. We'll answer everything. And good luck, everyone. And keep staying with StableFund. Just a disclaimer, please don't fall for those new baby protocol projects which are coming out saying trading every day this much. It's just going to save you some hassle. So definitely that's something to watch out for. Thank you so much. Thanks, Ben.
Agreed. Thank you so much. All right, let's wrap up this recording here, guys. The recording is going to be posted here in the Telegram group, and then a little after, I'm going to upload this to YouTube as well. So if you guys missed it, if you guys are just joining now, unfortunately, you guys just missed it, but recording will be in here. Recording will also be on my YouTube channel in just a few hours. So you guys can go back, listen to it all. Very, very fantastic AMA. So thank you so much to Michael. Thank you so much to everybody who joined. And that being said, I'm going to wrap it up here. So I'm going to stop the recording and we're going to stop the call. So see you all later. Thank you all for joining.